Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's Staci at Unity Peace Patrol News. Sorry I haven't been out and about, man. God, it's good to be back. No, what happened was we are a man down. Let's cue the no, we haven't lost the human library. The human library is still with us at Unity Peace Patrol News. I've had to deactivate my Facebook and all this kind of shit, but we are the comedy cameraman down. Don't want to mention him. He's not part of Unity Peace, even though he still claims to be. Anyway, I have been hitting on some very interesting stuff in the local borough of Northamptonshire, and I've come across a page, guys, that's on and off Facebook. So I've been looking into them. It's human rights activists. Ooh, that's interesting. Very, very interesting indeed, guys, because they are making a lot of headway. There's 7 of them. I've been out with them as well. And some of the interesting stuff that's been happening. They did come to me and say, you know, Staci, what do we do? We've got some homeless people that need our help. Okay. And obviously, as you guys know, I run Bailiff Unity Patrol. Well, I don't run Bailiff Unity Patrol anymore. Someone else does. And this is how they set it up. So they came to me and said, listen, Staci, what do we do? Because we've never had this before. So basically, it's quite intense stuff, because they came to me and said, Staci, we've got a homeless guy here. What do we do? I mean, we've given him a sleeping bag. We've talked to him. What else can we do? And I says, well, what's going on, lass? You know, like, what's happening? And she said, well, the council aren't helping him. And I says, well, they don't help people. They're corrupt as fuck. You know, so I was a bit like, well, what's going on? And I was a bit concerned. So I said, listen, why don't you put a subject access request in to the council? Now, the council that was said, and I quote, by a said charity, the council would wipe their hands clean of this man who's very clearly vulnerable, because I've met him myself. They suddenly went from wiping their hands clean of this man to helping him as soon as he went to put in a subject access request. I think it's safe to say that this said council is pretty much looking like they are they have something to hide. And when I called a charity, this said charity, and asked them a few questions, they got very arsey with me. I wonder why that is. And I think the thing is, lads and ladettes, is that we've been trying to put this into action for such a long time. Now, the human rights activists have a very strong message, and they've wrote letters for these people, put rucksacks. I've been out tonight, you know, just running about the local borough of Kettering, and I've been spoke to one guy who is quite inebriated, but he was really nice. He was laughing at my driving because, Northamptonshire Police, I have my license now. So I had to get that out there. I passed my test 3 weeks ago. Woo! Still doesn't feel real that I don't have the Unity Peace Patrol News driver with me, but never mind. It's quite scary. I went up to Manchester Police are absolute hot-headed bellends. I'm sorry, but I drove up to Manchester, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, and they are the most hot-headed of bellends I think you'll ever know. And there's such an air about Manchester. I like it, but Jesus Christ, they are out and everywhere. It's like, what the fuck? And like in Northants Police, I barely even see one port machine. Jesus shit. So anyway, I was going to talk about the human rights activists, and I've been ranting on about Northants Police, which, by the way, Northants Police, you know I have a license now, so you can leave me the fuck alone. And I am doing everything above and above board, as you found out on the 3rd of September when you pulled me over. and said that I was driving without a license. Bullshit. And you weren't interested in my past certificate either, but still, fuck you. I have it. So anyway, so many links between Northants Police and Greater Manchester, apart from them being a police force, obviously. And speaking of pork, has anyone ever seen what's happened with David Cameron today? What the hell? So not only do we have this like satanically abusive government, like with children, we have them fucking dead pigs. Like that's like a mixture between necrophilia and fucking bestiality, man. I am getting really brutal and I'm getting really to the point, but Jesus, I mean, I spoke with the human rights activists and they are like, what the fuck is going on with this government? It's takedown. And I believe it is absolute takedown. Now, when council, I'm going to go back to this council thing because I advised the human rights activists. I said, listen, get this homeless man a subject access request and we'll go from there. Hello, GCHQ. I did see you flash on, but because I was talking about councils, you got scared. Woo! I love it. So I haven't got any viewers, but I'm just going to keep chatting around. I'm going to keep muntering on anyway because it's my broadcast. I can. So it's just mad how the fucking Nora can this council be so stupid and say, oh well, we'll give you help now, even though we wiped our hands clean of you 4 months ago. So for 4 months, this man's been on the streets. Nobody has given compassion, but within the space of 3 weeks, this man is getting put into help and getting help, all because of the power of the subject access request, which is Section 7 of the Data Protection Act. I'm just going to pull that up for you guys, just so you know that I am not messing. And I've never read Section 7 of the Data Protection Act because I haven't had to. I just put in subject access requests for people, and that's it. I should really look into Section 7. So I've looked into the Data Protection Act myself, like in certain parts. Especially when they shit themselves when a bailiff's at their door and they shouldn't be, and all this bollocks. So anyway, I'm just gonna screen share with you guys just to let you know that I am not kidding, that this is quite marvelously scary for the establishment. So right to access to personal data. Subject to the following provisions of this section and sections 8, 9, 9, and 9A, an individual is entitled to be informed by any data controller whether personal data of which that individual is the data subject are being processed by or on behalf of the data controller. That's quite interesting because I have a call recording somewhere of the DWP telling me that Capita send text messages of your appointments. What the fuck? Really, sorry, I'm swearing a lot tonight because I've got a lot to get off my chest. If that's the case, to be given data, this basically, when a data controller reasonably requires information in order to satisfy himself as to identity, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So anyway, that bit of legislation there, guys, is what pulled a Northamptonshire council to get their fingers out of their pies and out of their arseholes and to do something about it. Now, I don't know what's going on, but something's fishy, and it's really disgustingly rotten fishy about this. I spoke to somebody tonight who was really happy when I said that, but I said, look, it costs £10. And they were like, but I haven't got £10. I've been sanctioned. I was like, I really don't know. So I said, they said, could you lend me it? And I said, I really can't because I'm strapped for cash myself. I'm relying on donations to give you a sleeping bag and some sandwiches. We did manage to get out on Saturday night. I'm going to try and do the same in another town. So if anyone can message Danielle Williamson on Facebook or message the Human Rights Activist page and just say, look, there's homeless people here, there, and that, it would be helpful even if you know, do you know what I mean? Because I've been running around Kettering like an absolute blue-ass fly over the past 3 days trying to find people. We have our own little informant, which, to be honest, I think we're just going at the wrong time, guys, there. What I will say is that, remember this revolutionary speech from V for Vendetta? There's nobody around to say yes or no, but if you do know, if you don't, there's a part in, watch the bit where he's talking about words will always retain their power. They do. And you know what? There's a fucking awesome guy. I tell you what, I've got so much to say at the minute. It's just all pouring up now. There's a guy called George Bella. He is an absolute ledge. I really do like what he does. Ex-journalist, and he's kicking ass, actually. Kicking ass. I like him. And you think, like, with a name like George Bella, he's like this Italian mob job kind of guy. But when I've spoke to him on, we've spoke to him on Unity Peace Patrol News, and he's this lovely little cuddly man. It's like, oh, so George, if you're listening, I've called you a little cuddly man. You're probably not, but anyway, I'll move on. What was I saying? Right. So he's a little cuddly man, but he said one thing on his group the other week, and it is so true. The pen is mightier than the sword. Now it is. It is. Well, pen or printer in modern day society. Yeah, it's just like, you print out a bit of legislation, you show a copper it, or you show a council it, they absolutely rubbish themselves. They wet their pants. They run. It's absolutely, and do you know what? It's incredible the response that you get just from reading up legislation and telling them exactly what for. It's absolutely immense. Now, I have a statement from the human rights activists. Now, ACT is in capitals, and that's not a typo on my part or me having a brain fart. The human rights activists, I will try and find them on Facebook for you guys just to see, because I've somehow become an admin. Don't ask. Now these guys are absolutely, with a bit of assistance, they are looking like they are really showing that they are going to be kicking ass. So I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to have a wee look and see what's going on there. Right, okay. All right, because they've never done that part before. Oh, bollocks. I'll tell you what, this laptop is... all right, page, that's fine. Yeah, no problem. Take that down. Come on. Come on, motherfuckers. Right, so I'm just going to screen share with you guys and show you guys what they're all about and what they... Human rights activists at Northamptonshire. Here they are there. They're a lovely, lovely group of people of all different ages, I've found, and all different... so this is their page. This is what they're all about. They've got... there's a bit of next gen there, talking about David Cameron and his pork fetish. We have... right, basically what they're doing is going out and helping the homeless. And this is absolutely brilliant. People making casseroles, people making sandwiches, pack-ups, whatever. We're getting things out to people. It is absolute brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Op Safe Winter, that's what they're all about. Now, guys, I'm just going to stop sharing a minute. The ACT, as you can see, is in capitals. Now, the ACT, Human Rights Act, is a very, very, very powerful legislation. And I was talking with the Human Library earlier. Well, was earlier on last week, actually. We're having a bit of a chat, you know, just having a bit of a laugh, laughing at some of the bullshitty things that comes out from the government. And I said, I'm just going to call up the Human Rights Act, because surely there's nothing else. There's got to be something in there past Section 6 that we can throw at them. He said, well, yeah, there probably is. And I'm going to be sharing something quite interesting that will make partially a lot of people drop their jaws. And it might make a lot of public authorities, even GCH poo. It's mental. There's no current changes to the Human Rights Act, Section 7. Right, this is Section 7, so you look at subsection 1. A person who claims that a public authority has acted or proposes to act in a way which is made unlawful by subsection 6, subsection 1, may bring proceedings against the authority under this act in the appropriate court or tribunal, or rely on the convention right or rights concerned in any legal proceedings, but only if he or is or would be a victim of the unlawful act. Guys, we have hit headway. Cue the truckload of Imodium outside most councils. And in some respects, it could be that Manchester City Council could be subject to a couple of legal proceedings. I hope Wesley Hall's listening to this, with the unlawful injunction that they put against councils. They put against the council, put against the homeless. Like, Article 10, guys, Article 10 is your freedom of expression. Now, this is crazy. They're putting people out on the streets that have served our country, that have in an illegal war anyway. What this is what I really do feel for these people that are homeless, not just in Manchester, not just in Bolton, not just up in the northwest. I empathise with every single one of our human beings, because they are human beings. At the end of the day, I've seen, and I had a go at somebody a few weeks ago. Literally, I walked past two homeless people, and they said, have you got a drink? Have you got a fag? I went, yeah, have my can of juice. I had a can of Iron Brew, gave it to them. And I said, I went out and I got my tent, an old tent actually. Well, a tent I was going to take to Manchester. I can't go now. Raging that I can't go. Lots of other shit's kicked off here, so I have to stay here. But I will be standing in solidarity, and there will be some kind of direct action. But that's yet to be revealed, as it were. Now, guys, I have some really explosive information for you guys also in regards to the borough of Kettering. The council expect you to go to citizens' advice to go to the food bank, because the local food bank doesn't have anything. It's shut down. The local food bank has shut down. All we have is the police, or the council, or the citizens' advice, or another so-called charity. So there's 4 different sources, but they want to know the inside of a cat's ass about it. Now, guys, so you've been declined. So if you get declined or turned away, what the fuck? What are you going to do then? There's all these vulnerable families, and this is what IDS wants. IDS wants us to get all fired up and go, right, let's get martial law in. Let's get some fucking, I don't know, some water bombs or whatever to stop the riots, because they want us to riot, but we're peacefully doing it. We're showing love. We're helping the homeless. We're giving out free hugs. We're taking direct action, but not being violent about it, and putting tents in city centres and really just being a thorn in the side of these so-called public authorities. And it's like, what the hell is going on? What the hell is wrong? They're actually wanting us to rile up. Yeah. So, but I've got a feeling, and I agree with the Human Library on this front, is that basically, yeah, it's looking like it's going to be kicking ass. So people are talking. Apparently, a lot of people really don't like activism. I've found within the Kettering area. People have found us all on Facebook and got like trolled us and all this shit. But do you know what? Forget it. Forget it. It's not going to work. We don't really care at the end of the day. What I would say as well, guys, is that we are standing in peace and in solidarity. That this is, we're not taking it anymore. We're mad as hell and we're not taking it anymore. What the fuck? I'm just so, I'm getting really passionate because I do like the human rights activists. I've got a lot of liking for them. They're an awesome bunch of people and they are ready to take direct action. And do you know what? I could go down with that. I could go down with a bit of direct action. Now that me and the Unity Peace Patrol news vehicle is well and truly being driven. Now, another thing that I wanted to say very quickly before I did come off air, Human Rights Act, please get clued up on it. Please get clued up on the Equality Act as well, because as I've said in previous, this is, you may as well get the, it's brilliant. It's like getting, like, I don't know, my gran used to do this. She used to get a newspaper, roll it up, you know what I mean, and go whack, whack, whack on a hand and just go whack. Now, not at us, but like at flies. This is what we've got to do. We've got to like zap these fuckers. Yeah. Right. And another thing I wanted to say about the human rights activists, they are peaceful. They're lovely people. And I'm being the legal observer at the moment until they find somebody that's quickly getting clued up on the law. And we did take one young lad out with us who's 21 years old, quite naive, didn't really say, oh, I want to come out. Can you? And so I was like, yeah, mate, come on, jump in. So we jumped in and he was like, we were sitting there and we were going through the brief and everything like that. And the Human Library gave the briefing. And he was saying, and this guy was glued. He was like, whoa, this is awesome. Like, we could kick ass, but we could do it in a way with the law. Wow. And it's, to me, it reminds me very much of me because I was like a kid in a candy shop when Human Library was saying, have you tried using this against this public authority or this, and this? And I've been like, no, I've just turned around and told them to take their faces for a shite. And he's gone, well, you can do it in this kind of sense and it will surprise them. Oh, all right. I've gone, oh, all right then. Yeah, all right. And I've gone, kicked ass, come back and I've said, Human Library, there we go. There we go. And he's just gone, right, okay. Shit. And the thing is, this is what actually drives me absolutely insane. I've just seen something on one of the groups there. Austerity is now kicking in Manchester. Well, it is, but they're also using GMP to take truckloads of fucking booze to the conference of the Tories. What the fuck? I'm just going to pull this up. They've got Matthew Clark and everything, man. What the fuck? Oh my God. Sorry. I'm so angry. I'm so angry. And welcome to viewers. Welcome and thanks for coming in to the coming in and viewing. I will be quickly jumping in on the chat as well just to see what you guys think of. I am a bit ranty-tanty tonight, I must admit. And if you don't like it, then just don't actually watch us. I am a bit ranty-tanty tonight. But anyway, I'm just going to pull up the link that this person did share. Please form production line to deliver. Oh, Jesus shit. I literally just yeah, somebody did leave. Somebody did leave. They might come back. It just might be their connection. So police form production line to deliver truckloads of booze for Conservative Party conference. David Cameron may be having a hard week, but he will have plenty of chance to unwind in Manchester in 2 weeks' time. These pictures show truckloads of booze already being delivered to the Midland Hotel ahead of the Tory party conference, which doesn't start until a week on Sunday. After they have gone suitably local for their liquor, using Tatton Brewery, one of George Osborne's local Cheshire brewers, truckloads of beer and bubbly, including kegs of real ale and bottles of Prosecco, rolled up to the hotel this morning, flanked by police. This is a waste of our taxpayers' money. What the fuck? It was delivered being so-called Ring of Steel, being erected in the run-up to the conference, which will see hundreds of Conservative MPs, councillors and activists descend on the city once again. The MEN understands not all the booze is expected to be drunk during the conference. However, some of the supplies will be for other hotel guests. Spokesman for the Midland declined to comment on the delivery. What the fuck? It's like, oh, what on earth is going on with these people? It's absolute bullshit. So thanks for that. Lovely. We share. That was really helpful. Now this is what the Tories want. They want us to basically go up there and kick off, right? Now, if anybody is actually listening, anybody that's listening that's an activist or a non-activist or never actually done anything or anything like that, then just, it's absolutely insane what's going on with this fucking... It really drives me absolutely insane with what's actually going on, especially with this madness at the moment. It's absolute madness with what's going on, what's happening right now. It's completely and utterly insane. It is. It's like, what the hell? Really, it's like, what the hell is wrong with this country? If they're going to fund that many people, if they're going to fund that many people, they're going to fund David Cameron that fucks pigs, okay? And he's got like people like IDS, do you know what I mean? Absolutely, like getting ripped to shreds by the UN. And what the hell? Oh, somebody just came into the... Oh, sorry, mate. Jay, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. I'm just... somebody called Jay. Do you want to promote each other's channel so we both get 200 subs each, 100 instead of 100 each as it is? Let me know. I'll have a wee chat. I'll have a wee chat with the Human Library, because obviously we are in unity, mate. And yeah, I mean, you're always more than welcome. I mean, so what did you do with David Cameron, pal? Like, you're saying about what you did to sub me to see it, all loads of funny stuff I did today. I'm online, right, Jay? I'm watching. I'm like 5 or 10 minutes behind. Do you want to promote? You should check what I did on David Right, okay. I'll have a wee look at you, pal. Have a wee look. And you know what? It's cool. It's cool. I mean, I've got it on mute at the moment. You're talking about rap and stuff. I think I'm not sure, Jay. I can't see it myself, but I can't see what's going on with your channel or anything like that. But you are more than welcome to come on here and have a chat, you know what I mean? And if you do have any views, then obviously, yeah. But I don't... here's another thing I'm going to talk about tonight, guys. And Wesley Hall, you handled that absolutely epically. You did. I've got to admit, Wesley Hall, if you are listening, you did handle that absolutely epically about the Northwest infidels. But I think Apple actually fucked up on the autocorrect there, and they should have called them the Northwest fucking imbeciles. They behaved. They threw bananas at black people. Oh my lord! I swear to God, I could have actually. I tell you what, Wes. I don't know how you sat there and you didn't get up and give them and drop kick them. That's what I would have done. Cause I've got a family member that's black, who's fucked off from this country, from this fucked up country. Do you know what I mean? It's just absolute, and I just think it's absolute bullshit what they did. What they did to people is absolutely insane. It is. And yeah, you know, I mean, it's getting to the point now, guys, where we are sitting here, and I mean, I'm sitting behind a fucking laptop. Been out and about tonight. It's nearly 11 o'clock, guys. Jesus Christ. Got work at 6. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put something out for you guys, a song that we haven't heard for a while, and to be honest, I really do like it. Where are you? This is before we go. This is before we go out, and I have to get to bed. It'll cheer me right up. You can stick your new world order up your ass. You can stick your new world order up your ass. You can stick your new world order when the sun don't shine, but also stick your new world order up your ass. Singing we are the 99%. Singing we are the 99%. Singing we are the 90. Together we are mighty. We are the 99%. We don't be arrested in a dressing gown. We don't be arrested in a dressing gown. We don't be arrested in a. She is such a sinner. She'll be arrested in a dressing gown. Singing we are the 99%. Singing we are the 99%. Singing we are the 90. Together we are mighty. We are the 99%. There'll be blue skies when the chemtrails are all gone. There'll be blue skies when the chemtrails are all gone. There'll be blue skies when the chemtrails and the evil pump mills. Blue skies when the chemtrails are all gone. Singing we are the 99%. Singing we are the 99%. Singing we are the 90. Together we are mighty. We are the 99%. You can stick your poison vaccines up your ass. You can stick your TV programs up your ass. You can stick your GMO foods. We ain't gonna go to school. Stick your Georgia Guidestones up your ass. Singing we are the 99%. Singing we are the 99%. Singing we are the 90. Together we are mighty. We are the 99%. Oh, I'd rather be a human than a slave. Oh, I'd rather be a human than a slave. Oh, I'd rather be a human. Don't you know that you can rather be a human than a slave? You can stick your new world order up your ass. You can stick your new world order up your ass. You can stick your new world order when the sun don't shine, but also stick your new world order up your ass. Well, guys, it's good to be back, and I'll hopefully get back to you with some more information. Take care now and have a good night.